Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Apex Legends video. My name is Sweat if you guys are new, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be going over 5 of my best tips on how to win more games in Apex Legends. Now, if you enjoy these type of videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video at the end, of course, if you do enjoy the content. But without further ado, guys, let's hop into it. Alright, everybody, so the first tip I have for you today is going to be opening your mind and listening. And what I mean by opening your mind is sometimes aggressive players can be very close-minded, and if you've been playing the game for a while, you're like, yeah, you kind of just brush off what everybody else has to say, and you're like, I'm going full force ahead into every gunfight. You don't care what happens in that gunfight. But when you're going for wins, you have to change up your playstyle. You have to change up your mind a little bit. And what I like to do when I'm running with a full squad, or if I'm running with one other person, or whatever the case may be, is one of us has to take charge and really negotiate what's going to happen during each gunfight. Are we going to back up? Are we going to push into that gunfight? Where are we going to play the gunfight from? So it's always good to have someone to take initiative when you're heading into gunfights. Always better to do that. And obviously, you guys need teammates. So teammates are going to help you win more games in the long run and also boost your vibes. The vibes are always better with friends, guys. I'm telling you this right now. Grab a friend and play duos. You're going to enjoy it way more than playing solos. And if you don't have any friends that play the game, try to make new friends. Join Discords, join Facebook groups, join Instagram groups. Does not matter. Whatever way possible, try to get people to play with. You guys can even comment your gamer tags or your PSNs or whatever you got to do down below in the comments. And you guys can try to find squads that way. I don't really care. As long as you guys find a squad, good vibes, good shots, and you're going to get more wins in the long run. All right, everybody, so the second tip is going to be, if you aren't at an angle that you prefer, then I would retreat from that gunfight. And what I mean by this is, let's say one of your teammates, or you, for example, gets caught out in the open, right? You have to run away from an enemy squad into the next town or 4 towns over. They're chasing you all over the map. Keep repositioning until you get an angle where you can get some shots off where the enemy can't see you. Let's say you pull up to a head glitch a couple towns over, you get on a head glitch, knock one enemy. That opens so many doors for you to push the rest of the squad and maybe potentially get that squad wipe. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this guy's a wussy for running away so much. That's not the case at all. It's just, if a team is set up, let's say you got a 1v3 situation and the whole team is set up in different spots right in front of you, they're all taking shots at you, there's no way you're going to win that gunfight, feel free to run backwards, reposition yourself, and get a different angle. That's going to help you in the long run, and it's going to give you a way better chance at winning gunfights and winning games. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the third tip today is going to be giving certain weapons to certain legends. And I don't mean by this, like at the end of the game when you're fighting over a Kraber with your squad mates, yo, give me the Kraber, I can hit the trick shot. Yo, bro, I got the Kraber, bro, I'm not giving you the Kraber. Stuff like that, that is irrelevant. That's not what we're talking about in this video. We're going straight for wins in this video. So what I mean by this is early to middle game. Let's say you have a Gibraltar on your team, right? I would give the Gibby the shotgun. Okay, the reason is they have the bubble, they have the close range advantage, they have the gun shield. It's putting yourselves in the best position possible to win certain gunfights. I would also give the longer range weapons to characters like Horizon, let's say, for example, that can get that primary knock up in the air from far distances away, and then you can close the gap right after and rotate into the rest of the squad, wiping them with ease and stuff like that. So certain weapons to certain legends in the beginning to middle game. Usually by the end game, you should have your ideal loadout and you have kind of a lot of customization because you should have ran through a bunch of squads already, looting bins, looting the boxes. So you should have weapons by the end of the game that you're more comfortable with. But just in the beginning of the game, find out what your teammates like, find out what they prefer for their legends or their characters, and then get them those weapons as early as possible because you're going to have a higher success rate and win more games that way. All right, next up is going to be straying away from cluster fights at hot locations. And this is really going to annoy most of the aggressive players out there that are watching this video. And I know there's a lot of you sons of guns out there like myself that just like pushing and pushing and pushing into every single gunfight at any location. Does not matter if the enemy has high ground, does not matter what the situation may be, they are always pushing into these spots, and you kind of have to set your ego aside for a minute when you are trying to go for victories. It's a whole different story when you're going for kills and when you're going for high damage. When you're going for these wins, I would stray away from spots that are clustered in the map, like Capital City on the Old World's Edge map, Skull Town on Kings Canyon, Cascades on Kings Canyon. These are all locations that are very heavily populated. Sorting Factory on Old World's Edge and New World's Edge. These are all locations that are heavily populated and very high risk for third parties. And sometimes with third parties, when they roll up on you, either they're completely silent or you can't do anything about them because they're shooting you in the back exactly when the other team is shooting you in the front. You do not want to get sandwiched like that, and that's just not the best way to win games. So if you're trying to win these games, third party at locations that are not in clustered areas or hot zones, and you'll prevail way more often without getting third partied again right after. All right, and the fifth tip today is going to be using meta characters. And meta characters, what that means is basically using the best characters in the game. Or in my personal sake, I would recommend, and everybody asks me this question, yo Sweat, who should I main? Yo Sweat, who should I play for blah blah blah, arenas, ranked, public matches? My answer is always the same. It's characters with good mobility, such as Pathfinder, such as Wraith. That's why you guys will see me playing Pathfinder and Wraith so much. Horizon, Valk, legends like that can get out of situations quickly and also get into situations quickly. You guys will see me playing Pathfinder quite a bit in the gameplay behind me. I've been playing nothing but Pathfinder for a long time. I think I have about 20-something thousand kills on Pathfinder since the beginning of the game, and he's always been there for me because you can grapple into fights so quickly, grapple out of fights so quickly, take high ground with ease. And if you start getting shot at by an entire team, you can just grapple out of a situation so fast that they can barely shoot at you. Unless they have some godlike accuracy, when you're mid grapple and you're flying over their head, if they can't, if they can readjust their aim that quickly, then honest to God, they belong in the ALGS tournament. They belong in the pros, but 99.999% of the time, they are not going to laser you out of the air. Whether you're playing Pathfinder, whether you have good movement on Valkyrie, whether you're playing Horizon, if you know how to use these legends, like mobile legends, and you know how to use them well, then you can escape any situation almost. And it just provides so much more versatility to your gameplay, and especially if your teammates are running mobile legends as well, you can all escape from situations very quickly. Let's say you get yourself into a sticky 1v2, 1v3 situation. You can instantly get out of that situation, grapple back, phase back, fly away back to your teammates so that you guys can reposition and fight the squad as a team instead of being a solo in that situation. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video and learn something from it. I want you guys to go out there and get as many wins as possible in Apex Legends. Like I said, hopefully these tips help you out. And if they did, make sure to drop a thumbs up, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It's been Sweat. I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace out, guys.